Hi Leo, here's a reading for you for June. I hope you're all doing really well. Home and hearth is really important for you at the moment. Your roots, where you've come from, and what family really means to you. You could be going through a major change at the moment. You could be starting a family, reassessing family life, deciding what you want for your family in the future. You could be looking back at how you were raised, how things used to be. And my dog's growling, so there could be a feeling of you wanting to protect the family. And it's coming from a place of wanting things to be better. Better than what you went through when you were growing up. Better for the people inside your home presently. And better for the home itself to improve, to get your own house even, to move out from underneath the shelter of your parents. You're very tired of the rent cycle. Living in other people's homes is not doing it for you anymore. And having to step up and be the head of the household for siblings when you feel possibly that parents aren't there to do the job could be a repeating cycle. But your guides are saying now, it's not necessarily up to you to save, to demand, to force, to push against an impenetrable wall, I'm hearing. Cyclical motion, as in the constant going over things in your mind, could have you coming from a very emotional place at the moment. It's time to step back and pull your energy back into you. You're seeming to have lost the lightness in life, the whimsy, the childlikeness, the make-believe, the dress-up. In childhood, you could have been quite a performer and dressed up. Like to envision your life a certain way to step yourself out of the norm. But we'll get some guidance here for you. You're truly feeling like the bell is tolling at the moment, and that's for whom the bell tolls. It's coming to mind. But you're seeing things in a very different perspective now. And gee, you've had to put yourself in a pretty uncomfortable place, or somebody else or other situations have put you in an uncomfortable place so you can see things from a different perspective. Literally turning your perspective on its head. What you thought was the background, the operating system, the way things were, may not necessarily be the way things are. I hear you saying, but I thought it was this way. But now it's that way. But gee, I'm tired of worrying about any of it. Can this come to an end? Can I step back now and relax? And the answer is yes. You've been asked to step back and see things from a completely different perspective. The more you're worrying and concerned about it, the more you're fighting. I hear an invisible enemy, as in something that's not standing in front of you, that fight-flight mechanism of fight, flee or freeze. The more it's completely wearing you down. You have little fight left. And if you're not very careful at the moment, Aries, sorry, I was about to call you Aries, you could be dealing with an Aries. But if you're not very careful at the moment, Leo, you could go down with the ship. And I think that's what you're really concerned about. Let's get some advice for you here. You're seeking guidance, particularly when it comes to health. There is some advice out there that could help you when it comes to health, particularly mental health or physical health. But it's really important to rely on your own guidance at the moment. To look within, not without. I'm hearing you say that you just don't have the energy to do it anymore. And I'm tired of having no money. You've been asked to either downsize. The fact that you've had to move in with other people potentially as well has really taken its toll on your physical and mental health. There's been a lot hidden beneath the surface. People's motives, agendas, and the constant search for answers outside of yourself has got you in a very defensive state. So let's get on with it. Let's see if we can lift this up for you, beautiful Leo. I'm not sure if I called you Aries to start with. If I did, I sincerely apologise. Oh, the thoughts, the constant rumination. Remembering all the times that your heart was broken. Staying back there. Well, now's the time to move into the present, the now. The present's the gift. You're not as stuck as you realise that you think you might be at the moment. You do have the ability to get yourself out of this situation, but it's going to take you to relax. You may literally feel like it's virtually impossible to relax when I'm in this scenario. Yes, that might be true. Time in nature really helps. If you can get a chance to get outside, go to the park, go sit on the balcony in the sun, tune out distractions. But the more the same words are being spoken, and my throat's shutting down, excuse me, you're probably feeling like you have got nothing else to say about it, or you're tired of talking about it. You may even be wanting to hear me talk about it. But there's something here that's saying you need to forget the past and move into the future. Because the more you're thinking about it, the more it's breaking your heart. The facts have changed. Things are different now. And now you've realised this. What was stable, home life, your relationships, are feeling like they're about to come crashing down. But see, when things are built on falsities or built on unstableness, the universe will bring it down to the ground for you. And sometimes it's out of our control. All the time when the tower hits, it's out of our control. But sometimes we can make the tower happen ourselves if we really need to. So you could be coming to the decision of, I need to change the way I think, change where I live, move into a new, brighter future. Or the universe is going to do it for you. Things came out of the blue. Totally unexpected. I'll get some love block advice here for you. Particularly when it's got to do with your relationships or your parents' relationships. The partners they picked. It's time to let go. Make time for romance and laughter. Let go of that. It's not forthcoming, I hear. I don't have the space in this space to do it. What is what I hear you saying? Outside, go outside. But to move into an area, a place, a space that is more yours is going to work wonders. And I think you're actually starting to make the plans here to actually rebuild your life in your own space. Even if it's a lot smaller, it's a lot more humble, I hear, to make that start. Your guides are cheering you on. Your ancestors as well. And get some advice. So you're choosing you in June, particularly at this time of the Sagittarius full moon that's coming up tomorrow. The whim to travel suddenly will come over you, even if it's short distance. It's going to completely rechange, interesting way of saying things. Shift up the way you feel about things. Yeah. To move into a place where prosperity begins. Now, all plants come from seeds. From little things, big things grow. But it takes time and patience in this 3D world to build things up. Things don't happen overnight. But you're deciding to move on from the drama. Interesting, there's another card underneath that. Let's see what it is. They're stuck together. You might feel like you're stuck to something and you can't move on. Patience. From little things, big things grow. So choosing to downsize, to have more money, or, as I said, to move out and start from scratch. Could see you moving backwards for a little while, but I don't think that's going to last very long at all. You could also be drawn to move to a different area which is cheaper to reside in. Safety and security are a big issue for you. Maybe you didn't experience what you felt was safe and secure when you were little. And so the comfort zone has been a very big thing for you for quite some time. But taking this great leap and moving on, whether mentally, physically or emotionally, is what's required at the moment. Please be patient with yourself. Be very patient. You may not necessarily get the answers from people of the past that you had wanted. Sometimes we have to move on even if we don't get closure. A lot of the time, actually. Closure is subjective too. Wishing other people would say what you need them to hear, or vice versa, can be a little bit of folly sometimes, because people don't know where you're coming from. Nobody knows exactly where each individual's coming from. We all come from our own stuff and project that outwards a lot of the time. So if you're finding other people have been doing that to you, or you're doing that to others, you've been asked to really pull your energy back into you to come to this brand new awakening and see things from a very different perspective. It's now your time to shine, I hear. To start to remember what it was like to be light, energetically, spiritually, emotionally. To take flight. But the responsibilities of parenting, you could be a parent, a new recent parent yourself, or a grandparent, and coming to different conclusions that you did when you were younger, because you're starting to see things from a different perspective. as in now becoming a parent. Get some advice for you. But the indication here is to move into your own space, take up space. Even if you have to go back to renting for a little while, I hear. Don't like renting, you want your own space, you want your own house, you want your own stuff. I am one with everyone on the planet. Every time I meditate or do a visualization for healing, I am connecting with like-minded people all over the world. So are you taking time for yourself to disconnect from the 3D matrix and actually go into a space of healing? Your nervous system really needs it at the moment. I freely express who I am. It is my birthright to express myself in ways that are fulfilling to me, absolutely. And if you feel like you can't do this in your home or to the people that you feel that you need to, pull your energy back into you, sit in meditation, start to heal your own energy. I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. And I get the indication in my energy field here that you feel that everything's anything but harmonious at the moment. I know I am one with all life. I am the beauty and joy of the universe, expressing and receiving. Positivity. If you're not hearing it from people around you, it's now time to speak positive to yourself. I'm going to get that new place. I know it's coming. My home life is stable. I'm very thankful for the roof over my head. All these things that you can say to yourself, you know, warm clothes on my back, a nice hot shower tonight, cold shower, whatever it is, food in my belly. My current thinking shapes my future, absolutely. If I hear myself using negativity or limiting words, I change them. So catch yourself before you start to. Words are spells is probably the best way of describing it. Whatever we say aloud or to ourselves on the regular is exactly how we're going to be coming from. Our nervous system and our body doesn't know anything different from the way we're thinking to what's actually happening in the outside world. So an example, if you think a vicious animal is chasing you in your mind, your body will react in a certain way to fight or flight that vicious animal, but there may be no vicious animal actually attacking you. You know what I mean? It's just if you think about it, your body reacts in that way. I trust to know that all is well in my world, and I use my words and thoughts as tools to shape my future. So what is it that you want? Because you've been asked under this new lunation, this full moon here, to have confidence that you can make progress in the right direction. So what's the right direction for you? It's got a lot of movement, but particularly to do with the family tree. The tree came out. All I see is a family tree. Not wanting to repeat, not wanting to have to be the saviour for the family. Well, no, you don't. People make their own decisions. So how are you going to parent yourself or potentially your own children now? Don't listen to the advice of other people in the family, I'm hearing. Make your own decisions. All right. Advice. It's all the way we think. So having confidence that you can make progress and focus on that success. What's success to you in this scenario? How do you move yourself from where you are right now into what you want? Firstly, you need to figure out what you want. Not what other people want for you, but what you want. And move towards it daily. Make sure you speak to yourself in a very positive way when you're going through this huge transition, because it is a huge transition. As I said, the operating system or the way you thought things were may not necessarily be exactly the way you saw it or thought it was. And to come to that realization can shake the ground underneath your feet in such a way that it really does put you in a pretty negative space. Like, oh my God, I thought things were a certain way. But they're not. But this is the dawn of a brand new day now. And it's time to move into the future a lot lighter, brighter and freer. Move to where you feel safe, mentally, physically, emotionally. Spirit will guide you every step of the way, I'm hearing. And to finish it off, let's see. You're moving on and prosperity begins. But please be patient. Your inner voice is not always right. That can be a hard pill to swallow sometimes. What you thought was fact may not be. And that's okay. It's okay to change your mind, I hear. It's okay to drop the hurt, the blame, the drama of others, scenarios, your past, the old story, and start to rewrite a new one. One full of success, prosperity, seeing things in a very different perspective. The words you use and the thoughts are tools to shape your future. So what's going to be the new story? Decide each day to write a new positive story. We can't know exactly other people's relationships. We can't even know exactly our partner. Because a lot of the times, particularly if you're a child watching your parents interact, there's a lot more nuances and details and other things that you just wouldn't have understood at the time. Make time for romance and laughter. Remember to love on yourself as well. Find the joy. Remember the good times, I'm hearing. You may have forgotten the good times. So focused on the bad times. They could have outnumbered the good times in your mind. But it's now time. It's the dawn of a new day. Your inner voice is not always right. We just come from our stuff. So be very gentle on yourself, beautiful one. And trust and know that all is well in your world. Divine right action is guiding you every moment of the day. You know that whatever the outcome is, it is perfect for you and everyone concerned. Lord works in mysterious ways, I'm hearing. Oh, be gentle, please, and let go of the drama and the old story. I really hope that helped. I love you all, and bye for now.